Hello my friends, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am your host, The Dark Knight. Today, we're going to be focusing on ghosts, poltergeists and demons. We're going to take a deep dive into the world of the paranormal. And don't forget, I've hidden a secret word somewhere in the video. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to find the word, along with the timestamp, and drop it down below in the comment section. And the first 3 people to comment the right information will get a shout out at the end of the video. Let's begin. The Collector. For my first case, we're revisiting a channel that I featured a while back, but at the time, I didn't get to show you all of his videos. So today, I'm going to cover the rest of the videos and give you all the background information that you need. The channel belongs to a Canadian man, but he hasn't uploaded any videos for over 8 years. But between September 2008 and October 2017, he uploaded some very interesting and compelling videos, to say the least. His channel's bio reads as follows. With so much exposure from the paranormal as a child, I became obsessed with the idea to start my own collection of haunted items. So, at an early age, I started to collect these unholy items, and I have been collecting them ever since. I've also become an adequate practitioner of manipulating energies. For example, telekinesis and other natural human energies that we call impossible. On this website, I will be publishing all of my experiences with the supernatural, as well as conducting intensive and precise investigations on my collection of malevolent items in my everyday life. And that's exactly what he did. But in his quest to understand the paranormal and other forces, he thinks he opened a door, and something evil entered into his home and life. He uploaded a total of 61 videos, covering topics on telekinesis, how to build and release chi flow energy, taekwondo demonstrations, and then he moved on to more darker topics, like how to summon demons, how to use Ouija boards, videos on haunted items and the occult objects which he stored under lock and key in his vault, and then of course the videos on the paranormal and the investigations into the activity that started to happen in his own home. And I will say this, that the activity that started to happen in his home was a direct consequence of keeping occult and haunted objects and dabbling with ritualistic practices. At the start of his YouTube journey, he conducted himself as a scholar, chasing knowledge on all of life's hidden and amazing mysteries. But as the months and years passed by, he started unlocking forgotten secrets and techniques, which was when he started researching into chi and telekinesis and the power of the mind. But then, sometime in his quest for knowledge, his research took a dark turn, and unfortunately for him, his dark art would be his downfall. Now, when he made his YouTube channel and conducted his research, it was 2008, and YouTube was first launched in December 2005, so his channel started when YouTube was in its infant stage. There was none of that AI rubbish or fake paranormal videos. YouTube was a very different place back then. People shared content for the sake of sharing and connecting with people. So people and videos were more open and honest back then, and a lot less polished and scripted. You see, back then, it wasn't all about the money and views like it is today. And the activity that the man documented back then is a lot better and more genuine than a lot of the trash we see today. So Ken started his research with taekwondo and releasing chi and telekinesis. He was very aware of different energies and using his senses and training his psychic capabilities. it started to show. Now, I've seen a lot of videos of people showing what's supposed to be telekinesis, but most of them, if not all of them, were a joke. They were either blowing it or waiting for the wind. But this guy actually seemed to be learning. And what's more, he seemed to be improving his art. There was no blowing, no sudden hand movements. It all started to look and feel real, unlike the trash we see today. He started to get comments from the telekinesis community, and they all wanted to know one thing: how he did it. He made it very clear in his videos that he didn't like to show his abilities. Also, using telekinesis gave him severe headaches afterwards. And then he moved on to bigger objects. Here you can see him using his abilities to open a door.
What I do is I go in front of the object. In this case, it'll be the door. I want to pull it. So I want to remember the experience of pulling. So I remember that experience. I remember the texture and the coolness of the object. So in this case, it's nice and cool. It's rough in the back, and yeah. So and remember the experience. And of course, you're going to need concentration as well to move these doors or whatever object. Okay, so I'm just going to sit here again. Okay, let's continue with this. So I'm going to talk through the experiment at first, let you know what I'm actually doing, and then I'll shut up and won't say a word, and I'll concentrate. Okay, so find myself in front of the door. Remember the experience of pulling. So I'm going to start moving the left door first, and then I'm going to do the right. So put my hands behind the door, and then just picture that I remember the experience. And pull. Okay. Not working. Try the right. Okay. Not working. Okay. Now I'll do it again, but I'm not going to say a word because this is the part where I really need the concentration. Okay, here we go. Wow. Holy smoke, that took a lot. Holy smokes. Okay, open more. Open more. Whoa. Man, it took a lot. Here comes the headaches. Great. Okay. I'm just gonna get up here.
Now, obviously there was a lot of mental preparation before he got to this stage, and it took him years to learn. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm showing you and telling you this, right? Well, it's to show you the series of events and the things that he did that ended up with him being physically hurt by his spirit, which is why the man stopped uploading in 2017. And after being hit and bruised by something he believes was demonic, it really scared him, so much so that his presence on YouTube stopped. But that was in 2017, so we're going back 2 years earlier to 2015, and after becoming quite skilled with telekinesis, he felt that his third eye was well and truly opened, but he wanted to know and learn more. So he started to use Ouija boards and started taking part in rituals and games.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's me again. I'm here to do another video. It's been a while since I've done a video, over a year. So I'm doing the Charlie thing that's going on in the internet right now. A lot of fakes, a lot of fraudulence, a lot of people blowing the pencil to a yes or a no, whatever the question is. People just freaking out for no reason. I think it's stupid. I do believe in demons. I know I have one, I've experienced it. But I think it's stupid. You gotta be very careful because they are real. You could open a portal and let something out. So I always say a prayer at the end of a session. Send them back to the white light and just a little prayer. From my understanding, Charlie is a Mexican demon. I don't know nothing about his history. All I know is a demon. He's not a very nice guy, apparently. Okay, so I got a pencil and a yes and a no and a no and a yes. And I got a white pencil. I couldn't find another one like one of the yellow ones. And it's round, so I apologize. It was hard for me just to find this. Just give me a couple seconds here to set it up. There we go, nicely balanced, as you can see. Yeah, okay. Let's get started with this experiment. We're just dumb. Okay, so Charlie, are you here? Charlie, are you here? Nothing. Okay, let's try it again. Charlie, are you here? Charlie, are you here? like I thought. You know, it's just stupid. Waste of time. Okay, one more time, but then I'll just stop the video. Worthless. Charlie, are you here? Charlie, are you here? And be nice about it. Tell me if you're here or not. What? What? Did it just move? Okay. Maybe I was just seeing things. Okay, just give me a second. I thought I saw it move, but it could have been just the shadows. It is you, okay. So, Charlie, are you here? Charlie, are you here? Please indicate yes or no. Nothing. Whoa, what the hell? It's gotta be my leg. Maybe my leg is touching the table or something. I apologize, guys. Let me try this again. The pencil moved, but it's not indicating a yes or no. So, is it Charlie? Is it something else? I think it's just my leg touched the table. Just give me a second. Okay, that's balanced. Okay, let me just grab my leg here. I don't know if you can see my legs, but I'm just holding it back. Okay, let's try this again. Charlie, be nice, please be nice. Just indicate yes or no, please. Are you here, specifically in this room right now? Please, yes or no. Are you here? Charlie, are you here? I'm just standing back so I don't accidentally blow it by accident. So, please, Charlie, are you here? Charlie, are you here? Yes or no specifically? Yes, be nice, please. Whoa, what the? Whoa, what the? Whoa, what the? Okay, that was too real. Okay, that was too real. Okay, okay, I'm not liking this, guys. Okay, I'm gonna end the session now. Like I said, I do believe in demons, and this is too real for me. I just saw that pencil move. Okay, no. Yeah, Charlie, please go in peace. Go into the light.
So after this ritual, the man took part in another game. Now, I know the whole Bloody Mary thing is a bit silly, but once again, it's all about the intent. His intent was to make contact with the spirit. Don't forget, this was years ago. YouTube was just starting off, and there wasn't any of that AI trash or fake paranormal videos we see today, so this was fairly new at the time. Watch.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is around 12:10 in the afternoon. Unfortunately, when these things happen, we don't have video equipment or a camera to take a picture or whatever is happening at that moment. It always happens when we don't have equipment. So for me to capture anything, I gotta take at least 15, 20, sometimes even like 30 videos, and I have to keep looking at the computer, see if there's any subtle movements or shadows or light or orbs or whatever. And that's when I usually have something, and I have something to put up on YouTube. Just to be a little bit different from everybody else, I decided to use it on the Bloody Mary challenge, just to, just to be a little different, all right? So just to prove it, I'll use my EMF meter, or Gauss master, or Gauss meter, doesn't matter what you call it, it's the same bullshit, okay? It works the same crap. This emits the frequency, this one picks up the frequency, it just gives you a reading. Okay, so I'll prove to you guys that this is working. Okay, here we go. So as you can tell, it's giving out some type of frequency. So I'll put this out. I'll put it here. Don't want it to fall. It's rough copy. Hopefully I'll finish it eventually. Okay, what else? Okay, so I'm using EMF meter. And also, guys, like I said, my camera is not that fantastic. It's not great in dim light. Even though it's got a lot of lighting, the video might be crappy. I'm going to put another light. I got these new lanterns the other day, new batteries. That's got new batteries. I got another lantern there with new batteries. And also, people are saying that I have another person in the room while I'm doing these things. I'm going to give you a little tour of the room where I'm working at. Okay, I'm in my bathroom, okay? So, here's a little tour. There's the door, and there's the bathtub. All right, there's the bathtub. There's nobody in there. Now, behind me is the toilet. And obviously, you guys can see that. There's nothing in the back. All right? There's nobody here. It's just myself. It's in the afternoon. My father's downstairs. He's an 82-year-old man. He doesn't care what I do. He doesn't care a shit what I do. So, and he's not helping me out. He's 82 years old. The reason why I'm doing it today is because it's October 31st. It's Halloween, 2015. Like I said, it's past 12 o'clock. I don't know, it's something like maybe 12:20 right now in the afternoon. Okay, now apparently the faucet's got to be turned on because it's the last thing she heard before she got brutally murdered. Now, another website says you're supposed to touch the mirror to do some type of connection to the other side. I believe in that. So I will be touching the mirror to make contact with Bloody Mary. And another rule, that's my own rule. Guys, if you see something behind you, don't turn around because you will lose connection. If you gotta see what's behind you, always look through the mirror. Do not turn around because you will lose that connection. Now, if you don't like what you're seeing, by all means, turn around and you will lose that connection. So that's okay if you want to lose connection. That's not a problem. So I'm just going to call her name 3 times, and I'll pause for a bit, and then I'll probably do it for another 3 or 4 times. A total maybe of 4, maybe 5 will be the max, and then I'll end the video. And like I said, I'll do another video, 2 more videos this evening. Let's get on with the experiment. Let's call Bloody Mary and see what happens. Okay, here we go. Alright, I will first try. Oh, interesting. One of my light bulbs just burned out. I don't know, maybe that could be maybe a good indicator. I'll show you guys. The last one to the right, it just blew out. Just to let you guys know, they're brand new bulbs, light bulbs. 7-watt night light bulbs. And they're brand new. Okay, that might be a good omen. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's get going. Okay, so Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, come forward. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, I dare you, Bloody Mary, come forward. Ooh. Sorry guys, I just felt a chill. I don't like that feeling. That's could be a good thing. Okay, let me just check. Nothing here. Good. That's a good, well, not a good thing, but I mean, I'm hoping there'll be something. Alright, that's my second try. Okay, this is going to be my third. Alright, Bloody Mary, I dare you to come forward. Bloody Mary, I dare you to come forward. Come forward, Bloody Mary. Come forward. Oh, that's interesting. I hope the camera captured it. I just saw well, it looked like a silhouette or a shadow of something. I don't know. It wasn't even a woman or a man. It was just a silhouette of something. I'm hoping the camera captured that. Oh, that's great. Oh, that don't sound very good. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm hoping I capture something. All right. Continue. Okay, it's gonna be my last count now. My fourth, I believe. I could be wrong. Okay. All right. Bloody Mary, come forward. I double dare you. Bloody Mary, I double dare you to come forward. Bloody Mary, I calling upon thee to come forward. It's doing something, but oh, here we go. It's pointing towards that direction. Here we go. Well, this is great. This is what I want. Here we go. It's pointing forward. Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't see anything though. Oh, it's gone crazy. There you go, guys. That's crazy. I don't see anything. People are claiming they're seeing things on the ceiling, on the walls. I don't see anything. Look at that. That's steady. There you go, guys. I'm not even touching it. It's not alive. There you go. It's either that or the battery, but I can't beat the battery. I mean, the battery is brand new. But it's pointing everywhere now. It was pointing that direction at first, but now it's pointing everywhere. It just died. Okay, that's an indication, guys. The batteries are dead. It just died on me. So we have a dead meter. Great. And a burned light bulb. Okay, so I need to check on this video very, very closely. There might be something here, but again, guys, if I see anything, I'll post it up. Otherwise, I have to do the other.
So 3 weeks after the ritual, he explained that one day he was working at his desk, and from the corner of his eye, he saw his clown doll's head move. And there were other times when he walked into his office, and the doll would be in a different position. The life-size doll is one of his haunted objects, and it's really spooky. He acquired it from one of his friends on one of his visits to the famous clown motel in Vegas, and it looks quite heavy. There's not any mechanics inside the doll. The hands, feet and head are hard parts made of plastic, and the body is stuffed with fabric, so it shouldn't move at all. So he decides to place the doll on a chair facing the camera to see if he can capture any movement. He decided to record 3 5-minute videos, which would be easy to scrub through for movement. And on the very first recording, he captured this. Watch.
Hey guys, I'm here again to do another experiment with the clown. Like in the first video, it moved this left arm at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I thought I'd wake up this morning and do another video. It is now 3:08 in the morning exactly, and I'm just going to let the camera run for 5 minutes. We'll probably be doing 2 or 3 sessions of these videos for a very short time, 5 minutes to be exact, and see if it does anything. Again, this is experiment 3. Trying to prove myself that this clown does not move by itself. As you can see, it's made of cloth and the head is made of plastic. There's no way that this toy clown actually moves. But anyhow, I'm doing this for me, and well, prove me wrong. Anyhow, going upstairs, be back in 5 minutes. I'll be doing another video after this.
Now, it's hard to tell because it moves so slow, but the clown's head very slowly looks up towards the camera. If we speed up the film, you'll be able to see it a lot better. So a lot of people in the comments said they saw the doll's eyes move at the beginning of the video. I zoomed in, and seriously, I thought I saw movement too. But let me know what you guys think. Could it be just because the film is all grainy? Also, it looks like there's some kind of electrical interference with the light. The next video that the man uploaded was a video featuring some of his haunted and occult objects that he has collected over the years, which he keeps locked away in a cupboard, which he calls the vault. The haunted objects inside the cupboard are kept at bay using religious and holy relics, according to Ken. But sometimes even that isn't enough, as you're about to see. And later, something evil starts walking around his house. You can actually hear footsteps and furniture moving, which really frightens him. And by the time he realizes he doesn't have control of the situation, something hurts him, leaving a large bruise. Watch.
Alright, welcome to the vault. Alright, so as you can see, I have all of my haunted items in here, where they're nicely stored away, where they cannot do any harm to anybody. And right next to my items, I have religious items, and also on them I also have religious items to keep these things in here. And I also have holy water, as you can see, in case I need it in case of an emergency. All right, now the only concern I have right now is that the majority of these items are still in boxes, and I know these items pretty well. I believe there might be problems in coming days because of this issue. I might have to find another vault for the items, a bigger room perhaps where they could be displayed properly so that there is no issues in the near future. So that's my only concern right now. So I need to keep an eye on these items for a couple of days and see if there's any changes with the items. What the fuck just happened? Changes with the items. What the fuck just happened? Changes with the items. What the fuck just happened? Alright, I think something moved, and I think it might have been the Ouija board. Now I need to check on the video and see exactly what happened. Now I'm wondering why my alarms didn't go off. Now because of this concern, I have to be very careful because of my health issues. This could have a very negative impact on my health later on if I'm not careful. Alright, so let me just check on my board here, and yeah, it has a red light. Alright, so it's having battery issues. Now, one of the biggest problems about these haunted items is that they drain my batteries. Now I'll show you as an example. I have a bucket here of 216 batteries. I've been collecting for about a year and a half for recycling. So it's one of the biggest problems. So now I need to wire these motion sensors to a power source so that way they don't have battery issues. Alright, so now I have also two additional sensors outside the vault for additional coverage to the vault. Now I need to wire those ones as well so that way they have no battery issues. Alright, now below it I have my temperature and my humidity gauge. I like to use these gauges to make sure that the items are kept cool during the summer season. Now I don't use the middle one, it's totally useless for me. Alright, so because of this situation, it's going to be a very short video on my vault. Unfortunately, I was not expecting this. Alright, so let me step out of here. Alright, so before I leave, I'm going to seal the door. Make sure that these things don't get out. And give me a second, I'll finish off the video. What the fuck? The video. What the fuck? Alright, so whatever it is, it's knocking on something inside the vault. Now, one thing about these items, they like to fuck around with your head. They like to, well, they try to scare the crap out of you to see if they will get a reaction from you. But because I am used to these items, because I've been doing this for years, I'm going to ignore them. So I don't care. So give me a couple of seconds and I will finish off the video here.
As he's talking about the collection and how he keeps them safe using holy water and religious objects, all of a sudden, the Ouija board moves. The man is shocked and can't believe what he just saw with his own two eyes. So much so that he says he needs to watch the video again. So the man wanted to show us all of his haunted objects and give us a brief description of them all. But because of the Ouija board moving, he decides to cut the video short. He gets out of the closet and places a crucifix on the door handle, and he turns off the light. Now, just as he's turning, all of a sudden, you hear two loud knocks on the door.
What the fuck?
Now remember, the man is holding his camera in his right hand, and his left hand has already turned away from the cupboard. so I'm quite sure it wasn't him. This is when things start to go from bad to downright terrifying. Up until now, the man thought he had things under control, but as you're about to see, he made a terrible mistake. Watch.
Alright, so I'm hearing footsteps coming from upstairs. I don't know if the camera is picking it up. And no one's in the house except for me. I don't know if you could hear that. Hello? Dad, is that you? What's that sound? Hello? Dad, is that you? Hello? What the hell? What? Oh, come on. Anyone here? Okay, that was weird. What the hell? Whoa. Oh, 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 oh. You're angry. You're really angry. I don't like this. Now I'm really concerned. Alright, I got no choice but to send you back to the vault. Whoa. What the? Whoa. Oh shit, it's gone. Here. I'm upstairs. Or the basement. Alright, so whatever it was, it's gone. Whoa. Oh, no way. Alright, so it seems like something was trying to get out. Yeah, something was definitely trying to get out. Alright, so nothing here. I don't sense anything. Alright, same here. I don't sense anything. Alright, so whatever it was, it left.
Later that night, he wakes up to the sound of footsteps coming from upstairs. Before he started recording, he said he heard the sound of whispering, which sounded like a child's voice. But suddenly, as he's walking through his home in the early hours of the morning, he hears something fall and break. Now, the only other person who lives in the house with him is his 80-something-year-old dad, who's very frail, so nothing should be moving or making noise at all. And when he went downstairs and saw what had fallen, he later said at that moment he just wanted to run out of the house, but he couldn't leave his dad alone. The crucifix was placed across the door handles and shouldn't have moved. In fact, he's used it like that for a long time. You see it in some of his earlier videos as he's walking around his house. So he sees the broken crucifix on the floor, and the cupboard door is slightly open. Also, the light inside had been turned on.
They're very unpredictable. Now, I got a couple of suspects. I got the clown, I have Molly, and then I have another item, which is a ghost child, which I got years ago. But the ghost child, I don't think it was the ghost child because with a ghost child, you need to give it a toy, you need to give it food, and then you have to ask it to come out. And I'm not stupid. I'm not going to ask for a ghost child to come out from the statue. So I don't think it's that item. Now, if you look at Molly's hand, it's very tiny. So I don't think it's her. So right now, the clown, Clyde, is the prime suspect right now. And if you look at his hand, compared to my bruise, you notice it's the same size. So, yeah, it was definitely him, I'm pretty sure.
Now, if this is actually a handprint, then let's assume this is the base of the palm, and these are the fingers. He seems to think that the spirit that resides in Clyde the doll was responsible for giving him the bruise. That definitely does look like a handprint. You can't ignore that. And with all of the haunted objects he keeps in his home, it's no wonder something bad happened. It was only a matter of time. But between the footsteps, the whispers, the moving furniture, and of course getting bruised, it was just too much for Ken to ignore. And without any word of warning, on the 4th of October 2017, he stopped uploading permanently and he disappeared. Meanwhile, at Martin's. For Chapter 2, we're checking back in with Martin, who has now changed his channel's name to Team ATG, which stands for All Things Ghosts, because, well, for the last couple of years, ever since moving into his new house, that's all his life has been about, living alongside ghosts and trying to deal with the paranormal activity. So I featured Martin's account about 11 months ago, which is when I found his account, and ever since then we've stayed in contact. Here's a refresher of what happened last time, and then after that I'm going to show you the update and the paranormal activity that Martin captured. So Martin and his family moved into this house in Norwich in the UK in December 2024, and at the beginning everything was normal for about 8 months. But then, for some unknown reason, which Martin still hasn't uncovered, paranormal activity started kicking off. When Martin and the family moved in, Martin did some work on the house to spruce things up and to modernize it. Also, he built a home gym in the garden. Also, he added an extension onto the back of the house. Now, historically, it has been known and proved by paranormal investigators and parapsychologists alike that for many years, if there is dormant paranormal activity in a location, by changing the house, either by renovating, knocking it down or digging up the land, that this has been known to wake up the activity that has been lying dormant, because most times the spirits don't approve of change. And around about the same time that the family moved in, Martin's nan passed away, so he brought her ashes home with him, out of respect. Now let me be clear, the activity in Martin's home seems to be negative, but we don't think it's his nana, because of the banging and the heavy footsteps and shadow figures, which look and seem male. But amazingly, his nana was captured on camera during a live on TikTok, and a lot of people witnessed it too. Here's a screenshot of what everyone saw. The image, which was captured during a live, Martin believes is his nan, finally being reunited with his granddad. So the first case of paranormal activity started with door slamming while he was at home on his lunch break.
Right, I'm going to record it because I've heard a couple of bangs now. The last one was quite violent and it came from upstairs and it sounded like a door being shut, and I don't believe me when I'm here. Oh, bathroom lights on. Oh, and our door is shut, look. So, yeah. Huh. What's that doing on and why? Alright. Oscar? Oscar? Are you in here? Is that you? Oscar? Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck off, man. Whoa, fuck you! What the fuck? Oscar? Whoa. Oh. Mate. Hello? Oh, this is horrible. Fucking sweating. There's nothing in here. You can't get anything in here anyway, as you know. There's so much crap in there. This is just fucking shit.
And ever since then, things have progressively got worse. The land that the house sits on has always been farmland. The original farmhouse still sits on the land just behind Martin's house. So over the hundreds of years, how many people would have worked and died on the land through blood, sweat and tears, maintaining hardy farm life? The next incident was when Martin was recording his cat, reacting to catnip, when all of a sudden, this happened. Watch.
Good boy, what's that? What's that, Oski? Yeah. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Whoa. What the fuck? Where's it go? Oh my god. What? Wow. Wow. Oscar? Oh. Come on, mate. It's alright. Good boy. Come on then. It's alright. Good boy. Look. It's alright, look. Look, I know. Alright? Yeah. That's pretty mental, isn't it? Good boy. Yeah, that's not happened before, has it, mate?
As Martin was recording a normal everyday video for the family, all of a sudden, a plant pot goes flying off the table with so much speed. I wish the pot was in frame a bit better, but of course Martin didn't know that was going to happen. And immediately he retrieves it. And thankfully for Martin, he has the sense to film the entire pot, so no one can accuse him of faking it. He even films underneath the table. And let me tell you, Oscar was not happy. So the next incident was actually on the same day, and he had seen and heard it a lot of times before, but he was never quick enough to record it. Until this day. Watch.
That's fucked up, look. Right, I'm going to try and prove this time. I'm going to round the room as quick as I can and prove that no one is in this room. Oh, fucking hell, hang on. How the fuck do you explain that?
The next incident was by far the worst up until that point. It was actually almost 3 o'clock in the morning, according to the home security camera that his followers on TikTok advised him to get. Everyone in the house was fast asleep until something turned on the shower and slammed the door, and then you hear something run down the stairs. The couple were terrified, especially his partner, when they heard the loud footsteps thumping throughout the house. Watch.
Shower's on. Turn the light on. Shower's on. Oh my god. What was that? The shower's on.
my god. What was that?
Oh, fuck no, wrong note. Hello? Have a look upstairs, Nicky. Oh, hang on, no, don't wait for me, actually. I just check the doors are shut first. Fucking hell. Oh my god. I did check the door, didn't
What was it?
I? Oh, sounded like someone run down the fucking stairs. Or run up the stairs. Check Jensen's room. Oh.
There's nothing in here.
Oh. Oh, for fuck's sake, I keep turning the lights on.
I've looked, there's nothing
Yeah, well, I'm
in
going
there.
to look for this, because this is bullshit. You checked his wardrobe?
No.
What the fuck? Right, mate. Wow. This camera's on, isn't it? I hope this camera's got it. Huh. Let's watch that back.
After that night, there was a brief pause of the activity, which only lasted a couple of weeks. Now, I know I've said this hundreds of times before. Real paranormal activity happens in waves, starting and stopping sporadically, gaining stronger every time it starts up again. Real paranormal activity will not happen constantly day in, day out. So after a couple of weeks with no strange occurrences, all of a sudden while the family were downstairs watching TV, they heard a thump from upstairs. The activity was starting up again.
Right, this wasn't that. It's not the drawers. It's not them drawers. It's not, fuck's sake. Fuck off. Oscar, how the fuck did you get in there? What the fuck, man? the fuck, man? Right, here we go again. Heard of more noise. Whoa. This is after the live last night as well. Yeah, this is awesome. Huh. Alright. Great.
Then during a live, something really creepy happened that shocked all of his viewers who are watching, and really made Martin think long and hard about recording and interacting with the activity in his home. Now, what you're about to see is 12 seconds from a live feed when his viewers all saw something and started commenting like crazy. A head can be seen poking out sideways in the bedroom doorway. It's almost like whatever it is checking to see where Martin is. But then, as it retracts, on the right hand side of the door, a dark mass can be seen moving right into the bedroom. After this, Martin decided to stop all the lives and to take down all the cameras to have a bit of a break from the videos. Because in his own words, Martin believes that the lives are fueling the activity.
Yeah, absolutely shit myself. After that, I could have sworn I heard someone go down the stairs. Normally I'm pretty good at getting up, but I froze on that one. So it's just a little update. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the lives for a little while now. I'll post anything that's captured, but as I keep saying, and as I've said multiple times, I think the lives encourage stuff, so I'm going to have a little bit of a break from the lives. But as always, thank you for your support, everyone. Just want to give you the update.
But unfortunately, something had other plans.
Okay, dragging noise again, and I heard it this time. So it's not those ones. We literally just arrived back again. Oh, it's not that one. I heard that again. Oh. Is that it? I don't think that was open, was it?
It was that sliding door that opened. If you watch the short video again, as he walks into the room, you can see the door itself is definitely closed. Then he hears that sound, and that's when he sees the door has opened.
It's not those ones. We literally just arrived back again. Oh, it's not.
And after watching the video back, he too confirmed it.
Oh. Is that it? I don't think that was open, was it? Hello guys, just a really quick one. I've just done a live on YouTube. This placemat moved on its own live. You can see it. I haven't moved it or touched it since, and this moved and fell off. Obviously I have picked that one back up again, but this is just something that my partner had made. It's just a placemat. I put it there to cover this bit here, which is wrong with the table. and that moved twice on its own like that. And then same with this. This is just a very ordinary thing. But yeah, that was live on YouTube. I'll try and get the highlights up for everyone to see.
So he continued the lives as before, and then, one afternoon recently, after walking the dog, he came home to this. Watch.
Guys, we just got in from walking Hollow, taking Hollow for a walk. Look at this, look. After last night's live, look at this. It looks like everything's been flung from that table, well, this side of the room, onto the floor. All this after last night's live.
Almost everything had been thrown or had been moved and was laying all over the floor. So after this, Martin decided to stop uploading for a while. And since then, he hasn't uploaded anything significant about the paranormal. It's fair to say that whoever or whatever is dwelling in Martin's home, it's becoming stronger now. And that is very worrying, especially when you think about the figure that peeked its head out from around the doorway. Also the slamming doors and the heavy footsteps. There has also been many more sightings and activity that has been captured on the lives, which are all there waiting for you to watch it on his YouTube channel. So I recently spoke with Martin, and he tells me the activity still continues to this day, but he's choosing not to acknowledge it, which in my opinion is the best route to take. So Martin, when you watch this, I wish you and your family all the best of luck. So, if you want to watch Martin's haunting from the beginning, then jump on over to either his YouTube channel or his TikTok account. The name is on screen, and when you get there, drop Martin a comment or two to show him your support and to let him know that the paranormal community is behind him. But don't forget to tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. The Cleaning Lady. The update. For our next chapter, we're traveling back to Mexico to check back in with Sarah. In my last video, I featured Sarah, who runs a cleaning company over in Mexico and the neighboring cities. And if you remember, she wasn't your average house cleaner. The thing that sets Sarah's cleaning company apart from other similar businesses is that Sarah's cleaning company doesn't just clean houses and businesses. You see, she also cleans locations where people have died in. So Sarah specializes in cleaning human bodily fluids, tissue and waste, like blood, where the body has been left for some time, decomposing in the location. So what happens is, when the tenants move out of the location, Sarah and her team will come in and start the cleanup, leaving it ready for the next tenants. But if a crime has been committed in the location, then the police and the first responders get involved and investigate the crime scene. Then the body or multiple bodies get removed, leaving the house ready and empty. And that's when Sarah gets the call to clean what's left of the crime, so the landlord can move in new tenants. So when Sarah gets the green light, she'll arrive at the location with the team. She'll already have a folder with all the background information about the location. like who lived there, what kind of job it is, and what kind of protective equipment they might need. If there was any weapons or drugs involved, the police would have already removed them. If the location did have a death or multiple bodies in, then Sarah will have to use specialized chemicals to clean the walls, floors and surfaces. And unfortunately for Sarah and her team, 9 times out of 10, there's always blood and other bodily fluids left on the walls, doors, surfaces, ceilings and floors. Sometimes, if a body hasn't been discovered for a prolonged amount of time, then the body will have decomposed. And, depending on factors like time, the weather, heat and weight distribution, then sometimes the carpet or floorboards will have to be lifted, cut out and removed. Because when a body decomposes, it leaves fluids behind which seep through anything it touches. And also Sarah has to deal with the smell. The fluids and smell vary from not being all that bad, right up to it being so strong and pungent that it makes Sarah gag. Sarah starts by walking through the location very slowly, filming it and making notes on what needs to be done. And these are the videos she uploads to social media. And as Sarah walks through the location, sometimes weird things can happen, which very quickly becomes scary. On her many walkthroughs, she's recorded disembodied voices, whispers, knocks and taps and footsteps. Because when you work in locations where people have died in very violent or very sudden situations, it leaves a mark on the atmosphere. So the last time we witnessed Sarah in a couple of locations where paranormal activity was recorded, the first location was a straightforward cleaning job, no crime or dead bodies. But the strange thing is, Sarah has cleaned this location a few times before, so she knew a bit of the background information anyway. And after talking to the landlord, she found out that the tenants kept leaving the property at odd times, like in the middle of the night, and not giving any notice, and never coming back. Every tenant or family that moved in never made it past the 6-month mark, and that's because the house is haunted. The landlord knew this, but he kept letting it out to unsuspecting families. So after cleaning the house, which wasn't a big job anyway, Sarah was doing her final walkthrough when strange things started to happen.
Quiero enseñar lo raro es que dice el realtor que no dura la gente. Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque rompe el contrato a la gente. Ay, no mames. Ya es noche. Estoy sola. Chingados está ahí. No hay nada. Esta pinche casa la han rentado un chingo de veces. Y no sé por qué rompe el contrato la gente. Tengo que prender la luz. Ahorita voy a ir a prender la luz para seguir grabando. ¿Te imaginas? Para que la gente rompa el contrato acá, es porque de plano no aguantan a vivir aquí. Y ahorita les voy a enseñar lo demás para allá. Déjenme prender la luz. ¿Dónde está la luz?
Suddenly, you hear a strange sound like a gust of wind blowing through the room, and Sarah didn't hear it at the time.
Es porque de plano no aguantan a vivir aquí. Y ahorita les voy a enseñar lo demás para allá. Déjenme prender la luz.
Sarah's biggest concern while being in houses like this is that something evil would attach itself and follow her home to her family. And soon, her fears would become all too real.
¿Has tenido que haber salido por algo o roto el contrato? Ahorita les voy a enseñar qué es eso que se escucha. ¡Hey! ¿Andan acá?
So after hearing that sound, she tried to find the source of it, but as she walked into the next room, another door started to open on its own.
Tengo que ir a apagar la luz de ella porque se está poniendo ya. Ay, no, no, no. Creo que voy a regresar mañana mejor. Ya me voy a la chica.
The next location Sarah worked in, a father had taken the lives of his whole family before ending his own, and the bodies were found decomposing. So as usual, she walked through talking about the house and the crime when she says she doesn't feel alone. She then shows a room where a body was found, laying sideways against the wall. And even though the carpet had been removed, the decomp was still on the walls and in the air.
Ellos dos hacían drogas o algo, pero miren en qué estado. Cabrón, mire alguien allá. Siento que alguien estuviera aquí conmigo. Quiero que vean. Hello. Este es el máster. Ahorita les voy a enseñar las recámaras donde hubo muchos sucesos. Todavía hay lo que son fluidos del cuerpo. Che, escuchen. Miren, está roto eso. La verdad es que sí está en muy mal estado la casa. No sé cómo era que estas personas podían vivir aquí. Miren estas manchas. Hay manchas por todos lados. Tenemos que usar guantes. Tenemos que usar ropa para mantener nuestra higiene. Les voy a enseñar lo que es. ¿Escucharon? Les voy a enseñar lo que es. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon eso? Y no hay nadie. Ay, no. Es que miren ahí. Se mira alguien en el baño. Miren eso, yo no sé qué sea sangre. Está súper sucia la casa. Además, me queda una sensación de que alguien está atrás de mí. Miren, les voy a enseñar el cuarto donde lo encontraron a él. Y esto es increíble. Aquí huele muy mal. Ahí todo eso es putrefacción de fluidos del cuerpo. Es increíble cómo el cuerpo o los fluidos pudrieron todo eso. Voy a acercar. Que lo veas. Es increíble que sea eso. Esto me parece como. Es pudrición. My God. Mire qué le pasa. Mire qué le pasa por ahí. Se siente una sensación extraña aquí. Estoy temblando, chicos, y es de día.
The final house is where Sarah believes something followed her home, because a couple of weeks after this location, her wardrobe at home opened on its own in the middle of the night, and a shadow figure was seen in the bathroom. And then, really strangely, objects started moving in her house, which she captured on camera, and I'll show you that shortly. As soon as she arrived in the final location, something strange happened. She wasn't even supposed to be there. She had the keys and she was passing by when she decided to do a walkthrough to see what needed to be done. When this happened. Watch.
Fuimos a ver esta casa que ahorita la están remodelando. En algunas partes hay luz, en algunas partes todavía no han puesto bien lo que es la electricidad. Cambiaron muchos de los pisos, más bien casi la mayoría. ¿Qué es esto? Encontraron aquí 2 cuerpos en descomposición. Vamos a ver acá qué hay. ¿Qué hay acá? ¿Sí escucharon eso? ¿Qué fue lo que se cayó? Pause un poco porque la verdad fue este pinche bote. Cuando llegamos, no sé si este bote estaba aquí o qué fue lo que se cayó.
That bang was a bottle that fell off the counter in the kitchen.
Vamos a ver acá qué hay. ¿Qué hay acá? ¿Sí escucharon eso? ¿Eso? ¿Qué fue lo que se cayó? Pause un poco porque la verdad fue este pinche bote. Cuando llegamos, no sé si este bote estaba aquí o qué fue lo que se cayó. Cuando revise el video me voy a dar cuenta de eso. Ay, no mames. Siento que está alguien atrás de mí. Que está con todo esto acá. ¿Escuchan? ¿Se alcanzan a escuchar? Parece que se están como... Escucha. Parece como que se están quejando. Esto está muy... Estuvieron quitando el piso que estaba. No sé. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? ¿Qué estás pasando acá? ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? La puerta se azotó. Pues... Mames, ¿aquí qué hay? Yo no había venido aquí antes. ¿Qué hay acá? ¿Esta es una recámara? ¡Hey! ¿Están escuchando? ¿Se escucha un quejido? ¿Qué se puede ver allá? Mira algo ahí, en la esquina. ¿Vas a mirar? ¿Este es uno de los baños? Ay, no mames. Ay, no puedo que... No quiero ir a asomarme. ¿Este es el baño? La recámara. Sentí que alguien estaba atrás de mí. Ay, no. Está oscuro ahorita. Miren. No sé por qué quitaron todos los pisos. Vámonos. Todavía hay ciertas cosas aquí. Los que están remodelando la casa se han estado quejando. Escucha. Se han estado quejando. ¿Qué puedo haber sido? ¿Aquí qué hay? No hay nada todavía. Los que están en construcción dicen que escuchan demasiados lamentos. Miren todo esto, cómo está el espejo. No. ¡Hey! Ya me tengo que ir, eso es demasiado. ¿Qué pedo con eso? Ponme un comentario si escuchaste. Esta pinche silla me espantó. Ponme un comentario si escuchaste lo que yo escuché.
After those loud bangs, Sarah left the property, but she thinks something followed her home, because one night this happened, and it wouldn't be the last. Watch.
Miren. Mierda. No mames. ¿Están viendo esa madre? Mi perro. Qué mierda. O sea, no mames. Estoy acostada. Les dije que no podía dormir. Esa mierda. Perdón por la grosería, pero la puerta se abrió sola. Dios mío. Les dije que llevo tiempo escuchando el ruido. Ay, Dios. Estaba acostada y casi puedo creerlo. O sea, está cabrón. Llevo días que no puedo dormir.
The strange paranormal activity was now happening in her home, and now she couldn't leave. So Sarah woke up to the sounds of movement coming from that closet. Even her dog was wide awake, staring in that direction. So she turned on her camera, and that's when the closet slowly started to open. And she was right about sensing something in the house, because the following day, her ceiling fan started moving on its own, and the electric started playing up. And then, at 3 o'clock in the morning, she woke up to sounds coming from the bathroom. Watch.
No mames. No sé si pueden escuchar. El bote de la basura. Chinga. Y el pinche bote de la basura se abre y se cierra solo. Ay, ¿qué se fue? Oye. ¿Qué podrá hacer? No mames. ¿Qué ching? Oh, ¿qué es? ¿Qué chingados es? ¡Ay! Se escucha. ¡Ay, no mames! ¿Qué es esto? El pinche bote de basura se está abriendo y cerrando solo. No manches. ¿Por qué chingados está haciendo eso?
Well, so there you have it. After hearing taps on the closet, and after it opening up on its own, and then all the weeks of electrical problems and things moving around, Sarah thought at one point she was going crazy and started second-guessing herself. But then, after that weird incident at 3 o'clock in the morning with the bin lid moving up and down on its own, she finally realized that she had taken her work home with her. In other words, something had followed her home. Here is a screenshot of a shadow figure watching Sarah in one of the locations she recorded in. Could this be who or what is responsible for the activity? It was sent in by one of our eagle-eyed viewers. I'll be checking back in with Sarah in a few weeks to see how she's coping with the paranormal activity in her home. But until then, if you want to check out her account and her many videos, the name is on screen. Sarah has a YouTube channel by the same name, but she's more active over on TikTok. So, when you get there, drop Sarah a comment or two. But don't forget to tell her the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you, If you're enjoying my work so far, and you're interested in ghosts, poltergeists and demons and strange dark mysteries, then subscribe to my channel Project Dark Knight Horror and turn on the bell icon so you'll never miss one of my videos. Thank you. Meanwhile, in Dallas. For our next chapter, we're leaving Mexico City behind and traveling to Dallas, Texas, to meet a woman called Giselle. Her account was submitted a few weeks ago by one of my viewers, Jason Johnson. So Jason, if you're watching, thank you for your help. So the next account belongs to a woman called Giselle who lives in Dallas, Texas. So Giselle made a TikTok account in 2020 and her videos consist of normal everyday clips like dancing, funny TikTok videos, videos of her at work with her friends, and also videos of her working out at the gym. Then, on the 25th of March this year, she uploaded her first strange video. At first, she wasn't sure what to make of it, if it was something paranormal or if there was a logical explanation. But while taking some clothes out of the washing machine, her earbuds, which were on the counter charging for over an hour, all of a sudden fell onto the floor. So while it is possible for the weight of the wire to pull down the earbuds, on this occasion, I think it was paranormal. Because first off, this would be the first incident in a series of strange and bizarre activity, which started happening randomly in Giselle's apartment. And secondly, if you zoom in, you can see the earbuds actually move. Giselle can be seen looking confused while picking up the earbuds. She then moves them around trying to recreate what just happened. So she ignored it and carried on with her day. But it seemed that something was trying to send her a message, because later, on the same day, this happened. Watch. As she walks out of the bedroom into the living room area, she switches off the light, but immediately it turns back on again. Taken aback, she goes to turn it off again. You can see by her body language that she's a little bit afraid. But then, the second attempt at turning off the switch is a lot more definite, and once again, something turns the light back on. This time, it's clear that something strange is afoot. It's almost like something is trying to send her a signal that it's there. And people in the comment section thought the same thing. Another thing which is really weird, as she switches off the light for the first time, a voice can be heard as the light comes back on. A voice can be heard as the light comes back on. And once again, the people in the comment section all heard it too. The weird thing is, Giselle didn't hear it at the time. She only found out about the voice when she read the comments and watched the video back. But the activity starts to get creepy, and so too does the atmosphere in the apartment. And Giselle starts to comment that she can feel a male's presence always watching her while she's at home. Then she started to realize that her motion cameras started moving and activating, pointing at random places in the apartment, even when she wasn't moving. The cameras, which are placed in the living room and the bedroom, would activate and point at nothing, like it was tracking something she couldn't see. Watch.
Tengo miedo.
In the video, the light on the camera turns on, which means it's recording, and it turns and points at the doorway, which is super creepy, especially when you see what happens next. She's now scared of turning off the lights because of what could be lurking in the dark. It's almost as if something is standing in the doorway watching her. Then, 10 days later, Giselle uploaded another video. This time she closed the doors to try to get some sleep without feeling like she's being watched. The only problem is, she didn't know which of the two doors the tapping was coming from. And then, something happened which scared her so badly that she ran out of the apartment without any shoes on. Watch.
No sé de dónde es. Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es. Pero tengo miedo. Estoy temblando del miedo. Si pasa algo... ¡Eh! No mames. No mames. Creo que hay alguien atrás de la puerta. O algo. Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo. Tal vez era mi imaginación, no miré mal. Pero salí corriendo de ahí porque ya no puedo. Ya no puedo, ya no sé qué hacer. Son las 4 de la mañana. Pero sé que había algo ahí, sé que miré algo y no estoy loca. No estoy loca. Tengo que entrar a trabajar al rato y no he dormido nada. Estoy nerviosa, no sé.
The video starts with Giselle recording because a few moments ago she heard tapping coming from one of the two doors in front of her. You can see her moving the camera from one door to the other, left to right, because she didn't know which door the sound was coming from. Because while she was recording, a shadow appeared and it could be seen from underneath the door. she left a light on so it wouldn't be completely dark. And to make matters even worse, people in the comment section said it wasn't a shoe or a foot, but instead, the shadow was someone or something watching Giselle from underneath the door. Now, I don't know what's worse, but a few seconds later, Giselle ran out of her apartment crying. As Giselle drove off at high speed, frightened, even she thought at one point she saw an eye looking at her from underneath the door. I really feel bad for Giselle. I mean, why do some people get haunted and other people don't? It can't just be down to location and the history and events of the land, because her home was fairly new, just like Martin's. So could it be other reasons too? Could people like Giselle and Martin just be natural magnets for spirits? And if so, then why? Were they born like that? Or is it because they've seen death or cheated death itself? Is it because of past traumas that made them open and susceptible to the paranormal? Or is it just pot luck or bad luck? And ghosts and people are just opposite sides of the same coin in a cosmic coin toss, destined to bump into each other at certain points geologically, according to history, events, ley lines and portals. It doesn't seem fair, does it? Why are people like Zark and Giselle, Dino Nuggets and Martin so unlucky and are made to feel terrified and trapped in their own homes? But alas, these are burning questions for another day. I don't think I'll ever fully understand the paranormal, and maybe that's okay. So after that terrifying night, and after driving around randomly, Giselle commented that she had to go straight to work and do a 12-hour shift on literally no sleep. So after work, Giselle finally confronted the landlord, and she told him flat out what had happened. And the landlord, who didn't reveal any previous information, finally caved. Giselle was so angry and terrified to find out that since 2022, there had been 3 deaths in her apartment, and since 2024, there had been 3 shootings too. Here is a snippet of a text conversation between Giselle and the police liaison. All confirmed by the landlord afterwards.
¡Ay, no! Se abrió la puerta del cuarto. ¿No escuchaste? Oye, ya no hay respeto. Y no hay nadie, ¿eh?
Le respondí, estaré con él en el momento de angustia, lo libraré, lo llenaré de honores, lo formaré con muchos años de vida y le haré gozar de mi salvación.
This is the last upload that Giselle has posted, and since then her account on TikTok has stopped, and she's now looking for a new place to move into. The only question is, when she moves, will anything follow her? So that last upload was shared on the 8th of June, and ever since then, Giselle hasn't uploaded anything. She could be moving into a new home, or she might not be uploading due to the activity, trying to ignore it. But if I hear anything, I will be sure to let you know. But until then, if you want to watch Giselle's videos from the beginning and read all of the comments and get the background information for yourself, then check out her account. The name is on screen. And when you get there, drop Giselle a comment or two. But don't forget to tell her the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. If you've seen something scary, creepy, or amazing, and you captured something paranormal on camera, or you might be unlucky enough to live in a haunted house and you need some help and advice and you think you're all alone, well, you're not. Project Dark Knight Horror is here for you. So send in your videos, links, emails, and recommendations to Project Dark Knight. The email is on screen. Thank you. Evan was right. So on the 9th of June, during the time I lost my voice because of a throat infection, I started texting a guy called Evan, who is experiencing strange activity in his home. So we got chatting, and I found out that Evan used to be an army vet, and since then, he moved into a new home, where he started a civilian job, and spends his free time writing and playing music. Evan's plan was to put the last few years of army life behind him, and because of all the harsh things he saw while serving his country, the new home was supposed to be a more laid back and a slower pace to what Evan had known these last few years. But unfortunately, things didn't go the way Evan planned. You see, it all started when he moved into his new home. At first, everything was great, so Evan moved in his furniture, his music tech, and of course his beloved dogs. But a few days in, every night, Evan would smell the most rancid stink, which would appear randomly in the living room, kitchen, and on top of the stairs. And as soon as Evan would start looking around, the smell would disappear. So this went on for days, and I asked Evan about the house and some background information. And he told me that he moved into the property quite quickly. He bought the house from an agent, so he didn't get to meet the actual owner, which Evan thought was weird. The house was built in 1850, so if my maths are correct, the house is over 170 years old. The house sits on a former Native American settlement in New York. I can't give away too much details because of privacy, but since moving in, Evan found out about the previous owners, events, and the history of the house and land. And of course, that's when he learned about the Native American settlement. And the things he found out are really quite shocking. So before Evan knew about the house, he kept on smelling something like a cross between garbage and a dead cat. And it's only when his dog started sitting and whining at the basement door when Evan found the source of the smell.
It's easier just to show you, honestly. It's a train wreck down here. Some when they decided that wasn't it, they opened up the wall here and didn't find any dead animals, but they did find that, and that's not even the weirdest part. These are fucking teeth, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just tripping out or...
So the smell was coming up from Evan's basement, which was wafting up through the floorboards and up the stairs. So after calling in some professionals, they dug into the oldest part of the basement walls, but didn't find anything that explained the smell. But strangely, they did find some teeth, animal and human mixed together. Evan still believes there's something dead buried in the basement, but the contractors didn't find anything. But they too could smell it. But by the end of the day, Evan believed, and so too did the contractors, that whoever's teeth they found in the walls, there was a strong possibility that the rest of the remains were buried in the basement too. And after that day, strange creepy activities started. After finding the teeth, Evan reached out to a psychic. He hoped someone would come to his home and tell him that everything was okay. He was told to burn sage in every room of the house, which he did, and everything was good and quiet for a while. But then, really sadly, all of a sudden, his 2 dogs died after moving into the house. Then one day, things started moving by themselves, and doors started opening on their own, including the basement. Watch.
He's been doing this weird shit all day. What's wrong, Joe? There's nothing in there for you, buddy. Come on. Joe. Come on.
So Evan's remaining dogs started barking for no reason at the basement door. And that's when Evan started recording the dog. But as Evan was calling out to his dog, something on the table fell over. If we zoom in, you can see on the table is a plastic bottle, a decanter and a glass. Also on the tissue is the teeth. As we roll the film, you can see the glass tip over on its side by itself, and it just so happens that it fell onto the teeth. After watching it a few times, I realized that before the glass even tips over, it slides over towards the tissue. The glass starts off next to the decanter, then you see it slide on that wooden block until it tips over. This was the start of Evan's paranormal activity. Evan was recording himself playing the guitar. Now he normally records himself so he doesn't forget any ideas that he comes up with for songs. And when later he was looking through the video, he noticed something moving behind him. Now, it's a bit difficult to see because of the cigarette smoke and how far back the subject is, but it looks like something white peers around the corner at Evan. I've tried to enhance it, but it's not clear enough. But by the movement alone, it does look like something peeks around the corner. Now, I hear this a lot from all the people, accounts and videos that are shown on my channel, but Evan felt like he was going crazy, and he kept second guessing himself. His friends didn't believe him when he told them about the smell and the strange activity. But by far, the worst thing for Evan through all of this was the fact that his friends didn't believe him. And after speaking with Evan, I found out that his friends not believing him really hit him hard.
How did it? How did it? Fuck!
As Evan was chilling at home, playing some cards, he started hearing sounds and movement coming from right behind him. Now if we pause it, you can see Evan's reflection in the television, and behind him is a bookshelf, but a black mass is covering most of the shelf. And as he turns around, there doesn't seem to be anything blocking it. And then once he turns back around again, the black mass has gone, and now you can see the whole bookshelf. If we look at both screenshots side by side, you can see the difference. And then Evan sent me a piece of footage captured by his Ring camera that made the whole haunting and the activity seem a lot darker. Watch. On the 22nd of June this year, so about a month ago, Evan walks past the camera to let his dogs go outside for a wee, when something really strange happens. That night, instead of going out into the garden like normal, the dog just sat in front of the basement door and didn't move. While Evan tried to persuade his dog to move and go outside to relieve himself, this happened. A book gets launched out of the shelf. The same bookshelf that Evan recorded seeing that black mass standing in front of, and ever since seeing that shadow figure in the living room, Evan has been trying to capture it. 15 minutes and a cigarette later, Evan and his dog came back inside, and that's when Evan sees the book on the floor, and when he saw what book it was and how it got onto the floor, he said his blood ran cold. The video of the Bible being thrown across the room was a really bad sign, but it also did give Evan some relief. You see, up until now, his friends didn't believe him and thought he was nuts, and his friends not believing him really weighed heavily on Evan. Capturing this piece of evidence made him feel vindicated. After finding the Bible on the floor and leaving it on the table, while he was out on the following day, something else happened that left Evan not knowing what to do next. Watch. Now, I don't know what to make of this because the Bible seems to be burning. Now, there could be a number of reasons why the Bible caught on fire, but because of what happened the previous day, when the Bible went flying across the living room, this had to be connected to the paranormal. And when Evan got home, he said he smelled something weird, and that's when he checked the cameras, and he was shocked and confused to see that there was absolutely no burn marks on the Bible anywhere. And you can see how the flame gets big as it starts burning. Then it gets smaller as the flame splits, burning both sides of the spine of the cover. Maybe Evan's Bible had some kind of protective plastic or seal on it, which is what we saw burning. That would explain at least partially why there were no burn marks. So we decided to start researching into the house and the land that the house was built on, and the surrounding area. He enlisted the help of a historian, and he was completely shocked at what he found out. And since then, selling the house has crossed his mind a few times.
just walked in here. This motherfucker is wide open. Oh my god, I'm so sick of this shit. Smell is back, and I just heard something. Joe, stay. Who's there? Who's there?
Evan left the house and went to stay at a friend's, who was one of the people that didn't believe him. So later, Evan gave the keys to his friend and let him go and check out the house for himself.
Yo, man. Just getting over to your place. I'm gonna check it out for you. Everything's good in here. Nothing going on. Why did you get one of these, dude? Nothing going on back here either. Damn, that's sick too. Creepy basement. Definitely not going down there though. I think you're good, man.
So one of Evan's friends arrived at the house and starts casually doing a walkthrough. Evan had asked him to record everything in case anything strange happens, and something strange indeed was captured in the background. As his friend asks about the retro PC, he passes a doorway and something weird moves on the left-hand side of the door. As he pans the camera and walks back into the room, he doesn't see anything strange or out of the norm. There's nothing on the other side of that wall that looks anything like this. And still to this day, Evan is stumped. But one thing is clear, Evan's house does seem to be haunted. Now, here's the background information that Evan found out when researching his house and land.
I owe you guys an update because I looked into the history of the house yesterday and I was not prepared for what I found. Before I show you what I found, I need to show you why I started looking. After catching all of this on camera, a lot of you kept telling me the same thing. So I did some digging. I went to the local history branch of my library and started looking through old records, survey maps, newspaper articles, whatever I could find. And first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been trying to help me figure this out. Also, thank you to the librarian, because without her, I wouldn't have been able to find really any of this information. Support your local library. Yeah. She was able to find 34 documented incidents tied to this property over the past 200 years.
Each one of these is a
I don't think whatever's happening started with me. I'll keep you updated. For the past 6 months, I've gone from not believing in the supernatural to questioning just about everything I thought that I knew. If you're just finding my page, I wanted to give a quick update and some backstory about everything that's happened so far. About 6 months ago, I decided to look into the basement that smelled like an animal had died down there. We suspected a sewer line. That did not end up being the case. What they did find was a hole in the foundation wall. That is in another video to a friend that I actually took because it was weird at the moment, but I didn't really think twice about it. There's always been odd things that have happened since I've moved in here, but it's an old house. Things creak. I'm forgetful sometimes. There was always little things, but after that moment, that's when things started to escalate. At first it was small, things weren't where I left them. I'd catch things out of the corner of my eye. I'd hear things throughout the night. Honestly, I thought I was losing my mind. Until I started catching some of it on camera. I did buy a security camera to figure out what was happening. And what that has caught recently has only led to more questions. There's a lot of things that have happened off camera, but the ones that I have caught have kept me from spiraling because now I know it's not in my head and other people can see it too. You can probably tell I haven't been sleeping much. Anyway, the last incident was the basement door and the piano. Noises last night. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Never leave this door open. And I just walked in here. I still don't know what any of this means. I'm just documenting it now for my own sanity and maybe to show skeptics like me who a year ago would have laughed at the idea of something like this happening to them. Come here. Come here. I woke up to a security camera notification at 3:03 this morning of movement. It's like 5 something now. I don't know what I was doing. I thought I slept through the night. Don't remember waking up. I've been taking more of my sleeping pills recently, but I don't know if that's a side effect. Don't know why I would go down there. I'm just so tired.
So as you can see, the house that Evan purchased and moved into has had over 34 documented police and first responder incidents, which is a lot. And these are the ones that were documented. No doubt there probably would have been more cases that didn't get reported. It's no wonder Evan is seeing and hearing and feeling strange creepy activity. Now, more than ever, Evan believes that the smell coming up from the basement is down to human remains. So there you have it. That's the full up-to-date haunting on what's been happening at Evan's home. I'm in contact with Evan, and as soon as I hear anything else, I will let you know. But until then, if you want to check out Evan's videos from the beginning and ask him any questions or get in contact with him, then drop him a comment or two to chat about the haunting. Or if you're a psychic or a medium and you think you can help, then let me know down below and I'll be sure to pass it on. The name is on screen. But when you get there, don't forget to tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. Hello my friends, and thank you for watching till the very end. I hid a secret word somewhere in the video. Your mission, if you chose to accept it, was to find the word, along with the timestamp, and drop it down below in the comment section. And the first 3 people to comment the right information will get a shout out at the end of the video. The last video's secret word was murder. Well done to the first 3 people to comment the right information. Those names are Lydia Quinones, Paperclip People, and Mengs2169. Well done, and thank you for finding the word. Thank you for watching, and good luck for the next video. Now, stick around to find out how you can get more involved with Project Dark Knight behind the scenes. If you've made it to the end, then I salute you. You've proved that you're a true fan of horror. So remember, if you're interested in ghosts, poltergeists and demons, cursed objects, haunted houses and random nautica, animal attacks, serial killers and strange dark mysteries, then Project Dark Knight Horror is the channel for you. If you like what you see and you think I deserve it, then can I kindly ask you to press the subscribe button for me? It's absolutely free for you, and with just one click of your finger, you can help my channel grow. And the bigger the channel gets, the more people I can reach and help, and that means more videos for you. Before you go, I have 3 more quick things to talk about. First off, if you're a fan of horror and the paranormal, then why not join Project Dark Knight on my private Facebook group? There, you'll be in great company, because we have lots of different people from lots of different backgrounds, from lots of different countries. But we all come together to share one thing in common, and that is our love for horror and the paranormal. So click the link in the description section and I'll let you in, and let's have some fun. Next, if you didn't know, I've designed some merch. I've combined my love for horror with my love for all things urban, and what you're seeing is the first collection. So if you want to grab a piece of Project Dark Knight history while it's easy to get, the link is down below. And remember, these are original and exclusive to my channel and were designed by yours truly, the Dark Knight. And who knows, if my channel blows up, these could one day become collector items. So grab them while you can. The link is down below. And lastly, I'd like to thank my lovely Patreons who have been the biggest supporters of Project Dark Knight. Some of the names on this list have been with me from the very beginning. Those names are Laura Rhodey, George Lopez, Trumpet, Anna, KJ Majid, Honey Badger, Charlie X24, RU Voodoo, Kevin Snipes, Heather Shaw, Susie Still, Casey Bear, Roy Lervick, Nikki Duve, Kayla Jones, Todd Mitchell, Kristen Bowie, James Thompson, Courtney Bush, and Zoe K. Thank you all for your kind and generous support, and as a thank you, I'll continue to share my content with you earlier than anywhere else. It's my little way of saying thank you for supporting my channel, because the bigger the channel gets, the more people I can reach and help. So until my next video, from the bottom of my heart to all my lovely loyal Patreons, and also you at home, my dear subscribers, thank you for supporting my channel, because when it comes down to it, it's thanks to amazing people like you that keep the engines running here at Project Dark Knight. And always remember, you've been watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am the Dark Knight. Signing off. Peace!
Don't ever laugh as the hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks.